Well, I'm back in the Lake District again. And who am I with? The Lake District hiking expert. She couldn't wait to meet up with me. I don't know if it's my cute face, my sexy body, or my cheeky humour, or is it I'm deluded? And anyway, we're going to go and do one of the easiest wainwrights. But apparently it's got some stunning views over Derwentwater. Walla Crag. The Lake District hiking expert Christine has mapped out a 7-mile walk, so I don't need to look at any maps, and if we get lost I can blame it on her.
Thanks.
Which is even better. Anyway, we'll see how it goes, shall we? Fitz Park, they used to park run here, I believe. I did a park run in Cockermouth this morning, so my legs are a bit tired, I can feel my glutes a bit. So I've asked Christine go easy on me. She's usually a bit slow anyway, so I'll be fine. No, she should be putting some effort in. Oh, I've never been to this part of Keswick before, but they have a Greggs. That's a surprise, isn't it? I've got some bacon butties in my bag from my digs from this morning, so that's my 3-course meal sorted for when we stop. But it's a bit of a late lunch because we only started out about just after 1. Cinema, really. It's looks like an old Victorian cinema. Parish Church of Keswick, St John. All these new places I'm seeing in Keswick that I've never seen. I'm usually out in the hills. Oh yeah, and a view of cat bells. We're still on a nice easy road. So we're at Springs Farm, some goats. I'm getting some funny looks off goats now. Oh.
Around the corner.
The baby goats. And you should always look behind you, look at that. Getting some views over towards Skiddaw. I can just about make out Bassenthwaite. Oh, that was a nice bonus. Goats and even a baby goat. It was worth coming out with a Lake District hiking expert after all. Seeing places I've never seen before in my life. Springs Farm Tea Room and Farm Shop. Walla Crag straight up, this way, 1 mile. So we're spoiled on this one. Another one was spoiled. It's like being in Switzerland again. Getting all the signposts telling us where we're to go. We're still following the signs. 3/4 of a mile to Walla Crag. See Blencathra up there, sweeping round, Skiddaw, Bassenthwaite. Still making our way up to Walla Crag. Got some ponies in the field across. I remember the ones on the Kentmere Horseshoe. It's going back about 3 years ago now. One of my earliest videos on my channel. So I just crested a big hill. Well, it was big to me anyway. It's probably not that big in the grand scheme of things, but certainly got me heart rate up a little bit. We can see the latter ends of Derwentwater, but stick around. I believe we're going to get an awesome view of Derwentwater. So we're not too far from Walla Crag. You can see people on the summit up there, and you can get some views over Derwentwater and over Keswick through the trees. Should get some nice clear views from the summit. Oh, there you go, it's a better view. I'll get my cute face on with the backdrop there. Christine's laughing for some reason. I don't know why. So yeah, see Bassenthwaite and Derwentwater, and up there Skiddaw, and then we're moving round, well, kind of seeing over towards Catbells. So it's a nice viewpoint just before we get to the main event on Walla Crag. You can just about make the boat out on the lake. I was going to go out on the boat, but the Nickel End and the boat people are in dispute over something or other. So the guy who owns Nickel End said 2 fingers to you. You can't stop at our like place of
landing stage.
Landing stage. That was the words I was looking for. So we finally made it. I've already forgot. I've just looked at the map to see how high it is, and I've forgotten already. I think it was 379 metres. There we are. Walla Crag. See a couple of boats going across. Been on that boat once or twice. See up to Bleaberry Fell, can see people on top, just up there. Did that about three, maybe 4 years ago, before I was doing YouTube. Oh, I'll get myself on with that view behind me. Spoil the view. Want an ice cream? Right.
Mummy, there's no ice cream van. None.
There's no ice cream van up here. I wish there was. So we're just leaving Walla Crag now. We're going for a wander up towards Ashness Bridge. Apparently there's a nice viewing point just around the corner. So see what that offers. So Christine's umming and ahhing about this viewpoint now. I'm wondering whether she's got it right, because she knows I'll be taking the mickey if this doesn't work out. Anyway, we're getting some decent views as it is at the minute.
You taking the mickey?
I never do that, do I? I'm a shy retiring hermit. So I think most people go down that side of that wall down to the, but we're going the scenic route.
That is an option. I think that's called cat something.
The Cat's Chorus or Cat's...
Cat something.
No, that's Cat's Chorus is me singing it at karaoke.
I can't remember what you call it.
But we're taking the scenic route back, so we're going towards Ashness Bridge, so we'll get some of that in. It's an old pack horse bridge, hundreds of years old, still in use. So we're getting some good views over Derwentwater. You can see Bassenthwaite in the background as we make our way to the hundreds of years old pack horse bridge, Ashness Bridge. So we are getting some good views, so I can let Christine off for taking us this roundabout way. So we made it to the viewpoint that Christine was on about, and we've just come from the top of those line of trees. That's where Walla Crag is. I'll just be behind there and look at this view. Now, you might have heard a surprise view, but this one, for me, top surprise view, 10-0. What do you think? So we just dropped down a little further. It's like there's a big massive drop just to the right of us. We're coming up to another awesome viewpoint over Derwentwater, which is a little lower down than where I've just shown you. Hopefully we'll get a good view of the length of Derwentwater. Oh, there you go. It's not a bad view, is it? The sun reflecting off Derwentwater there. Quite the view. I'll not go too close to that edge because there's a huge drop about 2 feet in front of me. Certainly worth a walk across. What a great day for it. The forecast was meant to be a bit of rain and overcast, but it's a lot better than expected, thankfully.
That's all right now.
Yeah, well, I'll just give Christine the camera so I could be videoed looking over, and then she basically was selfieing herself all the time. Now, the last time I gave her the camera, she ended up doing time lapses. I'm just like, made me go over a rickety style. How many times was it? About six times. I think she just wanted, hoping I'd fall over and do. If you're interested in coming up here, this is where we're at. We're at the Beatham Memorial, 1968 to 1996. The free spirit, loved by all of us. Quite a shame, she was only 28 when she died. Still getting the views on the way down. The sun reflecting on the water. It's like there's a speedboat going across. Or is it the ferry? So we're getting any good views on the way down. We're not far from the roadside now, once I said. You can see the road just down there. Where the bridge is, the Ashness Bridge. You know, them sheep relaxing in the field there, so looking over. Nice view, nice backdrop. We're coming up to the old Ashness Bridge, and as you can see, it is still in use. This is the car just going over it. It's a single file road going over, and looks as though we'll have Ashness Bridge to ourselves, which is a rarity. Usually there's people just climbing all over it, and even people swimming in the water, or paddling anyway, because you can't really swim. Here we are, Ashness Bridge. See if I can get some decent shots from the other side. You can see this like skiddaw in the background. Dicing with death here on a slippy rock. So we're making our way back to Keswick now to connect the round trip, leaving Ashness Bridge, the old Ashness Bridge behind us. And down the hill we go. So here we are down at one of the jetties. That's not a bad shot, is it? Well, we're walking outside of the lake, Derwentwater. Just had to go through an assault course. Some fallen trees. So the rain is threatening to come in now, and with the centenary stone. You wouldn't have thought there'd be a pattern like that in the centre of a stone, would you, when it was split in two? Ah, nice feature. That's not a bad backdrop there with that bench. So we're not far from Friars Crag, 15-minute walk. That's supposed to be a really lovely view from there too. We're now going to some boardwalks. I've never actually been this low before while I've been in the Lake District, usually up in the hills. I didn't even know they had boardwalks around Derwentwater. So we're approaching Friars Crag, I believe. I was going to say ladies first. I've got both. So I'm not sure what this stone's all about. Can't really read it. But there's the bench I always see on Instagram. The bench at Friars Crag, overlooking Derwentwater and the Cat Bells. Oh, no, some geese have just flown through. Awesome. So just picking up those lake views to make a last mile back to the car. We're now approaching Keswick Harbour, or Keswick landing stage. So I can see the Skiddaw mountain range in the background. Still getting a decent amount of light in the still spots of rain around, but I think, fingers crossed, we'll get back to the car before anything bad comes in. And that was Keswick Harbour. So this is the theatre. I don't know what's being shown tonight. Pride and Prejudice, Advising Men. Sounds like I'm back at school. Some of the books I read at school then. Back in the day. So we're now in Crow Park. It's like it's an all new ball game for me. I'm like all these places I've never seen while I've been in Keswick. I'm always out climbing those big hills. Back at the car, having done Walla Crag, gone round to Ashness Bridge, got some smashing views. Christine lied to me again, she said it was 7 miles. We've done nearly 9 miles according to my watch. Nearly 30,000 steps I've done today, so I'm pretty tired. So I'm going to go back to my room and crash out, put my feet up.
Let's go and park up.